That was surveillance footage that was captured outside of a New York City bar, Vairs. I think it was in Hell's Kitchen over the weekend. That captured that guy throwing a brick at the window of this gay bar and then taking off and running away. Except he didn't really run away. Watch this second version of this video where I zoomed in a bit and you show the guy takes off, makes a quick loop and comes back because look, it's busy. And he acts like he wasn't the guy who did it. Watch this sneaky move here by this guy. It was that guy down there, it was that guy down there. He took 5 steps away, made a U-turn and came right back. The elderly couple's right next to him. And they're like, what is going on? Somehow he then escaped without anyone really picking up on him being the culprit. Let's go to some details because the club owner was talking about this. And the response from the cops is what really has me upset about this. So David DeParolesa, the owner of Vairs on 9th Avenue, said an unknown individual has thrown a brick at the windows of his establishment 3 times in the last week. And in the most recent incident, just before 10 o'clock on Saturday night, surveillance footage showed a man approaching the store and heaving a heavy object at the window. The bar has shatterproof glass windows though, which the owner had told the Post he had installed in anticipation of a possible anti-gay attack, sadly. Nobody was harmed in the incident though. I thought about the glass when I first opened the space in July is what he said on Sunday. It doesn't shatter, but it does crack. He also said that when he opened it in July, he installed that shatterproof laminated glass, fearing something like this would happen. He says, my only hope is that this is not an escalating issue. And I hope that the attention this brings will help others and bring its light to the LGBT community is still one that still needs broader help and support is what he also added. Here's a nice little image of that guy since people are still trying to track him down just before he threw that brick at the window and cracked it, but didn't break it. But here's the maddening part about this too, Brett. This response from law enforcement. So DeParolesa, the owner of the club, said he had gone to the NYPD each time that this happened, 3 times in a week. But detectives were dismissive of his suggestion that the attack could be bias related, going so far as discouraging him from reporting it to the Hate Crimes Task Force, is what he told the Gothamist on Sunday. I said, we could be targeted because we're a gay bar, is what the owner recalled. One of the officers said, well, you can't know that. Or maybe you can figure it the F out, bro. Police also didn't ask for a copy of the surveillance footage, DeParolesa said, and instead suggested that he should call the precinct after the weekend. They weren't seemingly interested in investigating it at the moment. They were really nonchalant. The NYPD confirmed that they were investigating reports of criminal mischief at the location, but did not respond to questions about the potential hate crime designation. The previous 2 incidents, which were not captured on video, happened on Tuesday evening and last Sunday. Again, this was the same evening that the Colorado Springs attack happened, that terrorist attack happened that killed 5 folks and injured 25 others. Same night. And we were just talking about that yesterday, and this is an ongoing thing, and the authorities are like, how do you know before we do anything about it, Brett?
Like this guy's, you can't do anything about it. Here's basically my full analysis of anti-gay rhetoric from the right. Regardless of what it is, there's so many people who don't like gays because they themselves have gay instincts. They want to do something, and they've been told their entire life by total manipulative psychopaths that they can't live the life that they feel they should live. And so they take it out on other people by throwing it up against a window. So if this guy is in that category, there's your explanation. There's this other category of people who have been radicalized by the right, who realize that homosexuality is a wildly victimless crime. It's not a crime. There is no victim, there is no crime. No one is negatively affected. No one is affected at all by gay sex other than the 2 people having it, the 3 people having it if it's an awesome night. And so what they do is they have to make up these crazy things that make it sound like these gay people have this secret agenda, which they don't. They're in the Verse Club or the Verse Bar having an excellent night. such an excellent night that straight people go to gay bars to have a really fun time. And so now they've been radicalized to think that actually what's happening in there, those people minding their own business, having a good time, being themselves, are somehow a threat to you. And then through churches where there is like weird molestation stuff that actually does happen, they communicate, and on Fox News, they communicate, this is the biggest threat to humanity. It's gay, trans pedophiles trying to hurt you. Then you flash to videos of stuff like this and you realize, no, there were people inside not affecting anyone outside. And there's this weird, sad, angry man who comes with a brick. Like that's all he has to do on a Friday night to try to ruin people's lives, scare the hell out of them because those people are living a happy life.
Whenever you can't take any kind of happiness, man, that shows the amount of sadness that's in your whole life. Again, this wasn't an attack where he's looking to kill anyone, as was happening in Colorado. It's maybe ramping up to that, but also what it's doing is terrorism. I'm not sure if he understands that. We always talk about terrorism in this country and how you can't leave the house. We're not gonna let terrorists tell us what to do. And then we have folks that do stuff like this and we don't say it right back to them. How about this terroristic act? How about this act that's making people fear maybe showing up back up to this bar? It's been 3 times in a week. Do you think they're not trying to send a message to folks to show up, be like, hey, it might be the wrong night the next time you choose to go? And I guess to his credit, the owner of this club said they're not gonna keep me from opening every night the same time that I always do. And that's the pushback that Americans have always talked about, but apparently a decent number of us don't believe in. Maybe never did, unless it's their hate that they're looking to push. So that's what's happening here.